Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the 164 show. I'm recording here once again in my studio in Auckland, New Zealand. I'm glad you guys are here because we do have another car review coming up and a little talk about the aftermarket of Hot Wheels community right now, the buying and selling. But before that, just want to say another quick shout out to kovodisplays.com.au for sponsoring this video. And if you are looking to buy any Kovo displays from anywhere around the world, now is the time to do so. Use the code DA164SHOW in all in one word right until the end of this month. So if you're looking to get the right display for your Hot Wheels, now is that perfect chance. And also, if you do know somebody else that collects Hot Wheels as well, it's a great Christmas present. Open it up, have it set up. So when you open it up, you're going to see it like this. It's the acrylic with the screws and everything in. Obviously, you pop the car in and you can have it on like this. So this one is a short car Super Treasure Hunt that I put in. It's obviously my favorite casting of the Pontiac Firebird. And this case, I especially like because you can even open it up and there's a little hinge with the door so you can appreciate the true nature and the detail of that casting. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into today's episode. So 2022 has been an interesting year for Hot Wheels. It started very, very strong. More specifically in the aftermarket. So I know I'm based here in New Zealand and the aftermarket is actually very, very small. One of the biggest, like the Facebook page here in New Zealand is only about 3.6 thousand people. But I know like places in Malaysia and the US, hundreds of thousands of people are part of this community and it's growing every day. So as you can tell, the global market situation is not that good. Obviously, we had the inflation across most of the developed countries in the world. There's a food shortage as well. And of course, we can't forget about the war that's going on in Eastern Europe as well with Russia and Ukraine. So everything factored together, it's becoming harder and harder for people to justify spending more money on the collectibles, especially Hot Wheels. Obviously, you can't eat Hot Wheels, so it's not going to give you any kind of benefit in terms of that. So it has seen a trend in the aftermarket here in New Zealand and also overseas as well. I have seen it on the Facebook pages with the price of certain cars that would generally have a higher asking price in the aftermarket that's going for at cost or sometimes even lower if people are actually desperate to sell to raise money. So even that applies to even myself as well. So I haven't been purchasing as many Hot Wheels that I would like. Obviously, it's not something that I want to. You all have to take responsibility of how you spend your money on collectibles. And I do feel 2023 next year may be even harder. So one of the cars that actually took the greatest hit, in my opinion, is all of the Redline Club's selections cars. So in 2021, Mattel did a big poll on which car they want and which series of cars they want the community to help build into Redline Clubs. And they had the Dodge Charger and there was a Ford Mustang, SVO, and they all came out. And in New Zealand, it's equivalent to about 80 or just over 80 New Zealand dollars when you convert it from the Mattel Creation website and then you add international shipping on top. So if the cost is $80, give or take, the price when it first came out and people started to get these cars, including Dodge Charger and the Mustang, it was about $140 to $160. You know, there's people who are early in the market who didn't want to miss out. Now, just a couple of weeks later, prices started to fall like crazy. So the Chargers and the Mustang, they all fell in price and they were like $120 and now they're back down, they're even further down, $100 to $110. And some, including this guy, you can't even move above the cost that it was, $80. I've seen this go for 60 or 70 New Zealand dollars and it's pretty crazy out there. So I have this one still sealed that I want to show you guys, and is it actually worth the hate and why isn't people buying this? Alright, so let's unseal the C10. It's a 2021 selection series, so what that means is part of the polling and people decided or asked Mattel to produce it. Obviously, it's not a first choice for myself, but especially America, they love their trucks, obviously. And C10, if you recall, I did a review way back, maybe in the last year, where there was two C10s. There was the root beer one, and there was another one I believe I did was the blue one. And they had, those were numbered. They were proper numbered Redline Club cars. But this one, the Selection Series, they're not numbered, and it took a long time to arrive to the end buyers. So the box itself is like a sleeve design. So you're gonna pop this out. And before I get into the car, I just want to show you guys the sleeve. Quite standard, but I do like the design of this. You get a bit more interesting art than just plain colors. Once again, no numbers on this one. It's not a numbered car. Inside, we have the car itself. At the back, some descriptions about the car. So the collector has spoken. The winner of the 2021 vehicle selection vehicle is the 1969 Chevy C10. So yes, going back to the polling situation, people voted for it, and this is what they chose. Box itself is not as heavy and like robust as the other C10 Redline Club boxes. All right, straight into the car. Ooh, almost dropped this. Quite slippery, this one. So it's a red design with the white roof. It's the same casting as the root beer color one in C10, where you can actually raise the wheels of this by turning that little dial at the bottom. So if you recall from the previous episodes, I did that and show you guys, and that shows us pretty much the same casting with a different color. And at the back, you have the number plate, "Join Us." Chevrolet, join us. In line with all of the Redline Clubs, it's a great paintwork. There's a Spectraframe red, and it's got a very good weight to it as well. It does feel heavy. I assume it's because of the movements inside. There's a bit more pieces. It's not just hollow. Raise up, and it rolls very. Oh, I was gonna say very nicely, but the wheels wobble a little bit when you roll them. It's not a car that you're going to give to your kids, right, to play with, but I'm a little disappointed that the wheels itself is not straight. It's actually wobbling when you're trying to roll it on the table. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that quick look into the Chevy C10 2021 Selection Series. As mentioned before, if you are in New Zealand, it is coming down in price a lot, and you'll be able to score this one between $60 to $70, maybe even $60 if it has been already opened. It's a great piece to go along with your other Chevy C10 Hot Wheels Redline Clubs, because I feel like they use the same casting design, so it will go nicely. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me in the comments below, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.